Let's talk about meta descriptions. What are meta descriptions, and what are some of the best practices?
So when you're in search results, there's going to be a little description under the title. That will be your meta description. You'll essentially want this meta description to be a summary that covers all the main points of that web page. So you're telling both Google and users what the main aspects are that you really want to highlight on that page, and those will be in the description. You don't want this description to be too long. So keeping it a maximum of 160 characters, including spaces, is ideal. Making sure you're targeting the right keywords too. So while your meta title will have the primary keyword, your meta description should also make sure that that's in line with the title by either including the primary keyword or a variation of the primary keyword, and any aspects that might be highlighted in the subheadings on the page you may want to include as well in that description. Avoiding any duplicate descriptions is important too. For the same reason that you set canonicals on pages, you really want to avoid that duplicate content issue. So just making sure that each meta description is unique and not used on any other page. If you don't have a meta description set up, Google will set one. However, setting one yourself is just an opportunity to ensure that the most important aspects of your website or your web page are specified.
Yep, absolutely. And meta descriptions, I mean, Jill, you'd say are generally overlooked by a lot of the sites that we look at, huh?
Yeah, we do often see a lot of either duplicate descriptions or ones that they may be descriptive, but they may not be fully describing the most important aspects of that web page.
Yep. And yeah, and a lot of companies, they might just set, duplicate meta descriptions or maybe write a description, but may end up being a couple of years old and they just never revisit it. And I always like to think if you're advertising on Google, let's say with search text ads, would you let one ad copy just run indefinitely for the next couple of years? You probably wouldn't, because there could be better iterations that you should test. Use that same logic for meta description, making sure it's as relevant as possible to whatever that page is about. And then over time, you can even do some testing to try to even get more relevancy. And by having a better meta description, your click-through rate is going to increase. So you're going to generally get more clicks. And that's a positive ranking signal for Google. So you might even be able to up the ranks for that given page.